Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Melissa and today I'm going to be continuing my Fall Favorites series, and today we're going to be talking about lipstick. So we finally are experiencing a little bit of fall weather here. Oh my gosh, it's been so hot in Washington. We've actually been hotter in September than we were in August. It's been crazy. But recently the weather has changed a little bit and it has just really made me just want to bring out all of my fall stuff, and I'm so excited to talk about some more fall favorites. So fall is a time to definitely bring out all of your favorite dark statement lipsticks. That is a classic fall look that's never going to go out of style. So I wanted to go through my collection of lipstick and pull out the ones that I haven't used all summer and decide which ones I'm going to really start wearing a little bit more for fall. These are old favorites. There's not really too many brand new pieces in this collection that I'm going to share with you. However, all of them are still available, and so I'm going to include links to those below, but I also encourage you to look through your collection and pull out your favorite fall lipsticks so that you can get them front and center and you can start wearing them and really enjoying them. Plus, it also lets you know where you have a lot of overlap, and that's something I discovered. There's certain shades I have a lot of overlap that I need to just go, cool it girl, or declutter the ones I have. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do there, so to be continued on that front. So I've broken this up into a couple different categories. Some of my favorite like neutrals for fall. They're probably some of my go-to Your Lips But Better looks. And then I'm going to go into some of the plummy looks that I really love for the fall. And of course, a great statement red lip, and a real fashion lip color. And at the end I'm going to talk about some long-wearing lipsticks that I think are really worth checking out. Oh, and did I tell you I'm going to lip swatch all of these? Oh yeah, let's go. So I'm going to start off with the color I'm wearing. This is the lightest of my kind of everyday looks, Your Lips But Better lipstick look, and this is from Too Faced, and it is Spice Spice Baby, and it is the lightest one. It has a little bit of an orangey undertone, a little bit warmer than a lot of other lipsticks that I favor. I tend to favor more cool tone lipsticks, but this is a warm tone that I think really works for me. So next up is another Too Faced La Creme lipstick. These are really such a beautiful formula. It's too bad they're not still selling them at Sephora. But both these colors that I'm featuring in this video are still available on the Too Faced website, and this is called Pink Chocolate. And I do believe they released this color when they brought out the chocolate bar palette, and it was a great complement to that palette, but I also really think it's a great everyday lip shade. It's not too dark, but it gives me enough color on my lips. It's a favorite. The next shade is from Besame, and it is called Dusty Rose. This is really just an awesome neutral Your Lips But Better. It's a little bit darker than the other ones that I was just wearing, but it is really a beautiful shade and one that would go with almost any eye look. Work appropriate, school appropriate, church appropriate, anywhere appropriate. A really great shade and really, really pigmented. These have a beautiful vanilla scent to them. Really very special. Next up is a Marc Jacobs La Marque Creme lipstick, and the shade is in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Now, this can be a pricey lipstick, but I included this because it was the birthday gift from Sephora, I think last year, and it is a beautiful dusty rose color that is also work, church, school appropriate, goes with almost anything, and you probably have it in your collection if you shop at Sephora. So I think this is a great formula. It feels beautiful on the lips. There's 0 scent to this, and this is just a little mini, but as we know, minis go a long way. So next up is this Alter Ego Hydrating Lip Stain from Lorac, and the shade name is CEO. This is a little bit more of a brownie neutral, which again falls into that same category as all these neutrals, everything appropriate, and it does leave a little bit of a stain on your lips behind. Not a dramatic stain, but a little bit of stain, and so as it wears off, it won't be as noticeable. It'll still be noticeable, but just not as noticeable as some other shades. But when you're working in this neutral, your lips but better category, most of them wear off fine without you noticing a huge line of demarcation. It's a great little lip product that I never hear being talked about on YouTube, ever. And I have 2 shades of this, but this is the one I'm featuring in this video. So the next category I'm going to talk about is this like a plum colored lip. It's a little bit darker, but it's not quite as dark as some of the lips that they're showing on the runway. And it's a classic. It's a classic fall lip. And the first one is from NARS. It's the Audacious lipstick, and the color is Charlotte. Now this is plum, but it also leans a little bit on the red side, but it's like a reddy plum. I think this is spectacular. Just a beautiful shade. And these are fabulous lipsticks. People raged about them when they first came out. They're still awesome. They're still available. And if you have any of these in your collection, you should definitely dig them out and use them because they're fabulous. Next up is a beautiful plummy shade from MAC. It's one of their satin formulas, and this is in the shade Rebel. MAC makes beautiful lipsticks. They have that lovely vanilla smell, they wear well, they're very pigmented. This particular formula, the satin formula, is extremely comfortable to wear on the lips, and this is the perfect plum statement lip for fall. This would be great with a bronzy eye, with a cranberry eye. Oh, it's fabulous. And I think it's somewhat of a classic from MAC. A lot of people have Rebel, and it's really a great shade. So next up are reds, and these are classic. You can really wear them any time of the year, but I find that a matte red works, it's the easiest for me to wear. It does feel a little bit dry on the lips, but I don't feel like it moves around as much, and I feel like it stays put. So I do like a really good matte red lip, and today I pulled out a classic from MAC. This is Ruby Woo. And it is one of their retro matte finishes, so it is really dry. Like, you can't even press your lips together to smush it around. I probably should have used a lip brush for it, but I didn't. This is just straight out of the bullet. The next red shade I have for you is from Besame Cosmetics, and it is from their classic lipstick collection, and this is called Cherry Red. And this is a little bit more of a blue-toned red. It has some blue undertones. It can be a little bit easier to wear for some people, and whereas the Ruby Woo is a little bit more, has a little more like a warmer orange tone to it. And so it just really depends what you're looking for. This is also matte, but not quite as matte as the MAC Retro Matte formula. And I would say if you're looking for a perfect red, go to Besame. They have probably 5 or 6 different red shades. They do a great job of describing them. I think they also have a little sampler kit that are like little matchsticks that you could purchase that, try out a bunch of the different reds, because reds can be a hard color to pick out and see which one you're most comfortable wearing. But this is truly a beautiful red, and this is a great formula. I did use a lipstick brush to apply this. The darker the color, the more accurate you really need to be. So next up, I would call this a fashion statement lipstick. There are definitely fashion colors in cosmetics as well as in clothing, and this is one that I featured in one of the fall looks that I did with Kate. I believe it was one of the last ones I uploaded with Kate, where we both did our makeup in a Get Ready With Me style, and I chose this lipstick to build my look around because it is a fashion statement and it's very much on trend for this year. This is also from Besame Cosmetics, and this is what they're calling Noir Red, which is a really deepened burgundy brown lip. It's a statement. You need definitely a lip brush to apply this. I don't think you really need a lip liner because use your lip brush. It's just as easy, and then you get a perfect match. So this is somewhat of a matte formula, which is a very comfortable wearable matte formula. Before I wrap up this video, I really wanted to spend a few minutes talking about long-wearing lipsticks. Well, they're not my first choice for wearing every day because they are very dry and they can be slightly annoying to wear. But there are some really great ones out there, and there are some really awesome shades out there that I really have been enjoying wearing, and I wanted to share those with you. And I think that a long-wearing liquid lipstick really has a place in your lipstick wardrobe, so that when you are going someplace where you don't want to leave your lipstick color on your mug or your glass or your drink, or you don't want to eat it all off and you want to still have a little color done on there and you don't want to be reapplying during the evening, this is a great situation for that. Or, if, in the workplace, if you really don't want to be reapplying during the day at the workplace and you want to have a polished professional look, this can be a real lifesaver as well. So I'm starting out with a little bit more of a neutral shade, and this is from Kat Von D in the shade Lolita. So I think this shade is a classic. This is, constantly sold out at my Sephora. It was very hard for me to get my hands on it. And I think that this shade works great with almost everyone. However, there is a Lolita 2, which is a little bit warmer toned neutral, but very similar in shade as this, just that warmer undertone. And so if you've tried this and you go, oh, that just doesn't really work for me, I really prefer a warmer look, check out the Lolita 2. Either one of these are really like classic neutrals. Slightly harder to get off, even with micellar water. I'm going to use this waterproof makeup remover from Sephora. We're almost done, folks. So the last two that I want to talk about are both from Maybelline. They are the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipsticks. These are flippin' phenomenal. They last like crazy. I'm going to be featuring 2 shades of this really terrific drugstore product. The first one is number 15 in Lover, and the second shade is in number 40 Believer, which is a dark plummy shade. So the thing to note about liquid lipsticks, that the darker the color, the more the little bit of wear around the inside of your mouth will show. So that's something to consider when you're choosing your liquid lipstick and the environment you're going to be in, that it may require a little bit of touch-up, but in general it's not going to be as high maintenance as a more traditional lipstick formula. I think they definitely have a place in everybody's lipstick wardrobe. And I think these from the drugstore are pretty fantastic. And I'm really hoping that maybe they come out with a few new shades because they're really terrific. So I'm curious, do you have a favorite fall lipstick? You're like a go-to fall lipstick that you bring out every year and you go, fall is here, I'm finally going to wear, fill in the blank. So if you do, share it with us because we want to know and we want to check that out. There might be something new out there or an old favorite that we want to pull out of our collections. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. And if you're new to my channel and you like this content, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and join me for future videos. Check out my fall playlist at the end, and I will see you real soon in my next video. Take care. Bye.